18 teams looked for glory at the beginning of the season as the PSAC conference play got underway. Now only 4 remain as it's championship weekend in the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference, and CUTV brings you special presentation of the women's Final Four in a matchup between the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Westchester Golden Rams in a crossover between West and East rivals. Hello everybody, I'm Zach Prosper, and joining me today is Anthony D'Agostino. And Anthony, before we get into the Final Four matchup, we'll talk about the last game for both of these squads, and we'll start with IUP in the PSAC West quarterfinals against a Gannon team that they know very well. A lot of us thought that Gannon would not put up as much of a fight as they did in this one, though. Yeah, Gannon without Jenny Tees in that one, looking like they would fall to IUP big, but they only fell by 5. IUP with the victory, 75-70. Jeanne Brooks for IUP had a huge game, 25 points, 3 steals and 10 rebounds for a double-double. IUP also shot 24 for 60 from the field, had 10 steals and 29 rebounds. 20 of those rebounds were defensive, so they were able to get on the boards to be able to beat Gannon in that contest. And then for Westchester, they survived a little bit of a scare as well. That was kind of the mantra of the PSAC this year. Anybody can beat anybody at any given time. And it was against a team that has been on a hot streak ever since they defeated California at home, and that's the East Stroudsburg Warriors. Yeah, East Stroudsburg really putting up a big fight against Westchester, falling again by 5 points. Both of those games, only 5-point difference. Westchester coming away with the victory, 70-65. Brittany Szynski for Westchester had 25 points and 4 steals. Also had 8 rebounds. Westchester shot 22 for 57 from the field, 3 of 12 from the three-point line, had 39 rebounds, 15 of them were offensive. They also had 13 steals. So look for Westchester again's defense to come out big in this contest. And then we'll go to the last meeting between these two competitors, and it was earlier this season, but also we can look back because this is a rematch of the PSAC Final Four from last year as well. So touch on that quickly, Anthony. Well, it's huge that these two teams are back again. As I said before, last meeting was 12-22-15, but they were also here last season in the Final Four as well. Westchester coming away with the victory in that one. Westchester came away with the victory as well in the last meeting with a huge victory, 92-79, the final score in that contest. Westchester shot 37 for 69 from the field and 7 of 16 from the three-point line. Anna Kuntz had a double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds. IUP, they shot 29 of 55 from the field, 11 of 20 from the three. Jeanne Brooks had 19 points and 5 rebounds in that contest. But Westchester coming away with a huge victory. IUP looking for a little revenge from last season and the last year, technically, in the 2015-2016 season this year. Yeah, you might have been able to hear Westchester right next to us as they were getting ramped up, ready to go on the court. We will come back to action. Whoever wins this one plays the winner of California and Shippensburg tomorrow here at Hamer Hall. We'll see who comes away with this victory in the PSAC Final Four on the women's side. When we return, tip-off is next on CUTV.
With CalU's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
Hello and welcome back into Hamer Hall. We are about to get underway in a matchup between the IUP Crimson Hawks and the Westchester Golden Rams in the PSAC Women's Final Four. And right now, we are about to have the national anthem. We will look at the tail of the tape real quick though, Anthony.
Yeah, and Westchester right now leading in the tail of the tape, points per game, 74.4 points per game over IUP 71. Westchester, though, they do turn the ball over just a little more than IUP, 17 turnovers compared to IUP's 13. However, Westchester's defense is the tail of the tape right now, 10.6 steals over IUP 6.7. So look for that to make a big difference today.
Yeah, and one of those stats you saw there was three-point field goal percentage, and right there, Marina Wareham, one of the best three-point shooters in IUP's history, is also the PSAC Scholar Athlete for women's basketball this year. Congratulations to her. She's a senior from New Wilmington, PA, playing what could possibly be her last few games, as IUP is right there on the bubble in terms of getting the NCAA tournament. We'll see them and Shippensburg in a later game today at California. They are 8-9 right now. Both those teams would like to win to be able to secure positioning in the tournament. But back to the tail of the tape you mentioned, Westchester turns the ball over about 17 times a game. They also force almost 20 a game though, so they kind of balance it out. They may turn the ball over, but they're not going to let you really score a whole lot off of those turnovers that they turn away. So now we will pause for a second, get the national anthem, and be right back. And we are back, and about a few minutes until opening tip. And Anthony, let's go through the starting lineups for both of these squads. We'll start with IUP, very senior-laden group. 4 of them are seniors, and then 1 sophomore as well.
And that they are for IUP, Marina Wareham, number 10, senior from New Wilmington, PA. Leslie Stapleton, the redshirt senior from IUP, Indiana, Pennsylvania, number 12. Number 14, the senior from Pittsburgh, PA, Alexis Aiken. Number 15, the senior, Johnny Brooks from Erie, Pennsylvania. And the sophomore, number 42, Megan Smith from Blaine, Pennsylvania, rounding out the starters for IUP.
And then for Westchester, you have a very senior-laden group as well. 5 seniors in the starting lineup. And it all starts with number 3, Jasmine Clark. She's from Temple, PA. Then Dallas Ely, who torched IUP in this game last year. We talked about she's a senior from Montrose. Then you have Anna Kuntz, number 20, a senior from Camp Hill. Number 21, Brittany Sazinski, their leading scorer from Downingtown, PA. And then number 33, Kendall Benavie, a senior from Hershey, PA, out towards where you're from in Lancaster. And IUP has the advantage, maybe a little bit more experience tournament-wise. I think they've been a little bit more consistent as far as tournament play, but Westchester, over the last couple of seasons, they've been right there as one of the best, if not the best team in the PSAC at times during the season.
And that they are. We got some players to watch for you today. Just real quick, Leslie Stapleton for IUP, 26 points, 6 for 9 from the three-point against Westchester the last time they met. Dallas Ely for Westchester, scoring 29 points in the last meeting, 11 for 22 from the field, and 3 of 9 from the three-point line. So look for those two to be the sparks for either one of these teams tonight. Well, this afternoon, excuse me.
Yeah, it's kind of odd having a 1 o'clock game. Usually we're playing these contests at night most of the time. It's 5:30 and 7:30. Now it's 1 and 3:30. So we'll see how that affects both of these teams, because a lot of these teams are used to playing 1 and 3 o'clock on Saturdays, but they both had to travel now. And both teams traveling, we'll see how that affects play early on, and especially in a different arena than what they're used to playing here in Cal U. As we're in Hamer Hall, we're not at the Convocation Center like these teams normally are when they come to play. Both these teams have played here before in the NCAA Atlantic Regional Tournament last year, but only one game each for those squads, as they both fell in the first round last year. IUP to Shepherd in what was considered a big upset, and Westchester to West Liberty.
Yeah, and West Liberty's still powerhouse team in the MEC. They're actually in their conference championship right now. West Liberty winning 34-22 early in the third quarter.
And that is the semifinals there, as well as we are underway here. Tip won by IUP. Megan Smith has it. Back to Wareham, and we're underway. IUP in the road blacks, Westchester in the home whites, as due to the better record. Now Wareham over to Smith. Down low, Stapleton almost loses it now, loses it again, can't get it back. Brooks on the court has it now. A jump ball going to be called, and possession favors Westchester.
Yeah, IUP, they're just not able to control the ball. It looked like they were going to be able to pick it up and keep it going, but just not able to control there. Westchester picks it up, and it's a jump ball in favor of Westchester.
Bringing it up is Ely, number 13 for Westchester. Now over to Szynski. She's going to move in, go to the basket. Her running late up is good, and Westchester's on the board.
And Brittany Szynski, another fantastic player for Westchester, making it look easy right there, going through the defense.
Now ball tipped out of bounds, came right towards us. It's a good thing I looked up when I did, because I didn't know that ball was coming right at us. Luckily it didn't hit us, though. It seems every few games we get an instance where a ball may come at us, but back to action now. 20 to shoot for IUP, down 2-0 early on. Wareham to Stapleton. Gets a screen. Now she'll pass it down low. Brooks, it's taken away though by Kuntz on a nice pass. Szynski's going to bring it up quickly for the Golden Rams. Now in the corner, Ely. Now Clark with a 3-ball. Just rims out. And rebound though, tracked down by Ely. She came from the opposite corner to the other side to get that one, Anthony.
Yeah, IUP just didn't see that rebound there, and Dallas Ely flying down the court, wanted that ball a little more than IUP there.
Clark directing traffic. Now over to Kuntz. Gets her defender off her, turns around, but that's going to be a travel. She took a few too many steps there, and her shot even hit top of the backboard there, so it would have been out of bounds nonetheless.
Yeah, just trying to do a little spin move there, ended up spinning around 360 with both feet instead of just doing a little pivot.
Westchester employing a little bit of a full court press, not too much of a press yet early on. We'll see how that changes as the game continues on. Aiken with it, over to Brooks. Turns around over to Stapleton now in the near wing. Now Brooks again with it. She's going to drive to the basket, loses the ball out of bounds into the IUP possession, but Jasmine Clark there to tip it out.
Yeah, Jasmine Clark, number 3 for Westchester. Not the tallest player on the court, but able to do some work there on the defense. 8 on the shot clock for IUP.
Inbounds goes to Stapleton. Guarded by Ely. Stapleton, a little bit of a height advantage. Now she'll take a long 2. It's good.
Yeah, Leslie Stapleton just on that 3-point line there. Her foot was on the line, so 2 points there to tie it up here with 8:05 to go.
Szynski finds herself open. Now she'll step back, throw it over to Benavi. 15 to shoot for the Golden Rams, about 2 minutes into the contest now. Now Szynski looking for an outlet. Can't find anything. Now throws it over to Clark. Down low for Benavi. It's tipped out of bounds by IUP with 5 seconds left to shoot, and the IUP bench right next to us. They wanted to travel a little bit earlier than that. Now they're applauding the defensive effort for the Crimson Hawks.
Yeah, IUP employing a defensive stand there. 5 on the shot clock to see what Westchester does here. Get the shot away quickly.
Ely gets it, goes in the backcourt, but she was not touching it in the front court yet. Now Ely, a long 3-pointer, hits the rim, no good, but Brooks there for the rebound. Now Wareham, IUP on a run, over to Stapleton. Stops, thought about popping it up, but no good. Now Wareham, she's going to drive into the basket. To Brooks. Now open in the corner, Smith. She's going to ride the baseline, step in, her jumper, no good. Stapleton offensive board, tries to put up contact there, no foul called. Back out Aiken, she's going to the basket, layup. Good, and one coming.
And what a job there by Alexis Aiken. Going through the defense, driving through the paint, getting the foul called and the bucket to count. Trying here for the old 3-point play. Here on the replay, doing a great job as you see number 3, Jasmine Clark. Actually, it was 13, Dallas Ely, who got that foul called on her.
And that was actually Jasmine Clark. They called it on her, but looking back at the replay, I didn't see her there.
Yeah.
She might have been in the background for that play. Free throw is no good. Aiken misses it. Now ball tipped out of bounds by IUP. Westchester maintains it. Exactly 7:08 left here in the first quarter. Inbounds goes to Benavides. Her floater is good right off the inbounds.
The IUP not really defending that inbound there. No hands in the air to try to block that pass. Just an easy jump shot there.
Well, both of these teams don't exactly have a lot of height in their lineup, especially with their point guards being at 5'3". Westchester's biggest player is 6 foot. Same with IUP. Now Smith out to Stapleton. Her 3 ball. It's good. Leslie Stapleton so far with 5 points.
Yeah, Westchester let Leslie Stapleton wide open from the 3-point line. Can't do that as she's 37.3% from the 3-point line, and she made it pay there.
She's an all first team PSAC West performer. Now Clark, down low pass, Sosinski right at the basket, layups. Too easy right there, and it's good.
Yeah, Brittany Sosinski did a fake pick and went to the basket to get that pass, perfect pass as well, to get those 2 points.
7-6 IUP with the early lead. 6:10 left in the first quarter now. Aiken to Smith. She'll step in, now down low pass Brooks. She gets it, layup, good.
And Brooks doing basically what Westchester just did for IUP and getting those 2 points to fall to stay in the lead by 3.
Now Kuntz has it, loses it, though there was some contact there. No foul called against Aiken as she kind of bumped Kuntz trying to get that pass. Smith with it on the far wing. Over to Brooks. She's going to ride in the basket, layup. No good. Nice defense there by Kuntz. Ely, long pass over to Benavides. She stops it. Now Ely, top of the key. She'll float in. Her shot, no good. And rebound goes down to Aiken.
Yeah, almost a rebound there, offensive rebound by Westchester. Just couldn't get their hands on the ball before IUP.
Now Wareham slows it down, wait for some reinforcements. Now Stapleton to Smith. She's going to step in, ride the baseline, layup, no good, but she's fouled going in for the shot. This one's going to go on Benavides, it looks like, and she was right there, and it indeed will be.
Yeah, as you see here on the replay, Kendall Benavides there in front of your screen now, standing right there in the paint, getting that arm to fall down on top of Megan Smith.
Smith's first is good at the line this year, 70.4%. 5:11 left in the first quarter. Checking in for Westchester is number 14, Tiffany Johnson, senior from Elkins Park for Jasmine Clark. And Hallie Denman checks in for Alexis Aiken. Second, good as well. IUP now 2 of 3 at the free throw line today. It's a 5-point IUP lead now. Now Ely can't control the pass. On the ground, Wareham has it. Now Johnson over to Sosinski. She's going to go to the basket. Her layup is good as she found the lane.
Yeah, great job Westchester keeping their eyes on the ball and trying to fight for it, able to get the pass up. And what a job there to get that shot to fall through to stay in the game.
Denman, she's going to drive in. Now back out, Wareham open for 3. It's up, and it's good.
And Marina Wareham, 44.2% from the 3-point line this season. Makes it count there. IUP really doing a great job passing the ball around, getting Westchester out of position to make sure she was wide open.
14-8, 4:28 left in the first quarter. Benavides running layup, no good. Had to go around the defender. Now IUP can have a little bit of a run here as a trailing defender comes from behind to catch up. Now Wareham. Stapleton, 3-point. No good offside of the rim. Denman there with the offensive board though. IUP keeps it alive. Now Smith, her 3 ball. No good, misses everything, and it's going to be an air ball. 4:04 left, and we'll have our first media timeout of the quarter. And we are going to look at the PSAC bracket, Anthony, and show you exactly the path that both of these teams took to get here, all the way from the first round to now.
Yeah, you see East Stroudsburg taking on Bloomsburg in the first round as a 4 and 5 seed. East Stroudsburg taking on Westchester, as I said before, in the open. And Westchester coming away only with a 5-point victory to get here to face IUP. And Gannon facing Seton Hill. That looked like it could have been an upset for Gannon possibly in that game, but Gannon able to squeak away with the victory and then just couldn't come away with the victory for IUP, which led them to this game here today where IUP is leading 14-8 as we see some of the replays here so far today.
And a lot of the shots that have been falling are layups for Westchester, and then for IUP, they've hit 50% of their three-point shots. A couple of big ones that have gotten them out to a 6-point lead with 4:04 left in the first quarter. And that was, I think, the big catalyst coming into this game that I thought, at least. If IUP can hit their shots, they're going to stay in this one, because I think on paper, you look at this, Westchester should win this ball game. But IUP is one of those teams that they seem to play above their levels and statistics each contest, and we're seeing that so far.
IUP's been slightly inconsistent this year, which may be why their stats don't accurately show how good this team can be. As you know, they played California in that ESPN3 broadcast game at California, and they looked a little flat.
Back then, only 44 points in the entire contest. Since then, they also lost by 20 to Mercyhurst. They lost again to Seton Hill on the last day of the season. So they've been inconsistent, like you said, but then there's other games where they come against the big teams and they just really play well, like today.
And that win that really helped Westchester's stats is actually the one at IUP when they beat them 92-75, I believe.
Now down low pass, shot up, and that is good for Anna Kuntz, her first 2 points of the contest.
Westchester electing to go with a little bit of a press there. IUP able to break it pretty easily.
Stapleton trapped, now over to Wareham. Now Wareham finds herself open over to Brooks at the basket. Shot no good, misses the bunny layup. In now for Westchester, number 42, Mariah Powell as well. Benavi checked out. Szynski gonna drive in, her floater, good. Brittany Szynski, I've not seen her play live before in my career. In broadcasting, 8 points already in this quarter.
Well, Brittany Szynski changing hands on the fly as well with the ball. Able to get that floater to fall in as well. Looking really nice there on that shot, and only down by 2 now.
It's 4-0 run for Westchester to get back in this game. Smith takes a free throw line jumper. It's no good. Rebounded by Szynski as IUP starting to force some shots, but the defensive effort for Westchester is getting better. As Szynski loses the ball, it rolls back out though to Johnson. Johnson over to Szynski, and it kicks off her foot and it goes out of bounds. It'll be IUP ball with 2:45 to go.
Yeah, just a mistake there by Westchester, giving IUP the ball. Those turnovers coming back to hurt Westchester. They have 3 so far tonight. IUP with only 2.
Smith checks out. Aiken back in for IUP. 2-point contest. Wareham over to Brooks. Guarded by Kuntz. Now feeds it to Stapleton. She's going to take a 3 uncontested. No good. Rebounded by Kuntz. Westchester on the run now. They have a deficit in terms of players, though. Now over to Szynski. She's open for a 3. It's good. 11 points. Brittany Szynski.
And Brittany Szynski, 36.2% from the three-point line this season. Nobody guarding her for IUP. She took it and she made it. So Westchester takes back the lead, 15-14 now.
That transition defense, I mentioned Westchester was facing a 2-on-3, and IUP trailed back to the basket a little bit too much to let that open 3 go up. Stapleton gonna drive in, loses the ball, goes in the hands of Johnson. Westchester on the run yet again, under 2 minutes to go now. And they actually do have the lead, trying to extend it. Ely for 3, good.
Dallas Ely from downtown, what a shot. What a shot by Dallas Ely, even a little bit contested, by the way. Dallas Ely, 28.6% from the three-point line. She made it count there.
And Dallas Ely, like I mentioned, she torched IUP in this game last year. IUP was up by double digits, and Westchester came back all because of Dallas Ely putting up some big three-point shots towards the end of the game. Now Brooks with it. Over to Wareham. She thought about a 3, now she'll drive in. Long 2. No good. IUP can't hit their shots now. Aiken with the offensive board. Loses the ball in the corner, though. It'll be off of Westchester. IUP will have a 27 to shoot, 119 left. And coming in right now is number 5, Carolyn Appleby for Denman.
Yeah, Carolyn Appleby, only 4.4 points per game. She's a freshman from Greensburg, PA. See what she can do for IUP now.
Stapleton with it. Over to Appleby. Appleby running the point now in this system for IUP. Brooks over to Stapleton. Aiken and Stapleton were both in the same spot. Now Stapleton going in. Her shot, no good. And rebound falls down into the hands of Johnson right there, going against Brooks. A height disadvantage, but she comes down the board. Now Szynski at the basket layup, just off. Szynski grabs the rebound, but she's out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a good awareness by Westchester. Szynski there underneath the basket to probably tip it to her, but she was just out of bounds as her momentum took her out of bounds on that last play. trying to get that ball in.
18-14, Westchester lead. They are on a 10-0 run right now, are the Golden Rams, with 40 seconds to go. Down low, Brooks, and it's out of bounds. Looks like Ely might have been the last to touch, but surprised no offensive foul called there, but I guess because both players were going for the ball, they were going to let that go.
Yeah, both players are fighting for that ball, and they both fell over, so 14 seconds with 37.6 seconds on the game clock.
And something I just noticed is that Westchester 2 fouls. IUP does not have a foul yet in this quarter. Both teams keeping it clean and consistent so far. Wareham open for three now, goes around her defender, does not take the shot. Brooks gonna spin around at the basket layup. Good, what a shot by Janae Brooks.
Yeah, Janae Brooks going up against Anna Kuntz, a 6-foot senior. Nice job there going against her.
Johnson on the far wing gets a pass from Szynski, excuse me. Now Johnson back in. That's Powell with the shot. Her shot is up and good. She's got her first two.
And IUP wanted to carry there on Jasmine Clark. I don't blame him as she brought the ball up and down with her arm.
Now Appleby at the hoop, good as the horn will sound, makes it a 2-point game. Appleby, such speed going across the court, and that sends us into the first quarter break. Westchester on a 12-4 run currently, but IUP was able to close it towards the end of the quarter and make it a 2-point game. We'll see what these teams have left for the first half when we return on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing Office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
And welcome back into the women's basketball Final Four. 20-18 is the score. Westchester with the lead. IUP was able to close it slightly towards the end of the quarter, though, thanks to a Carolyn Appleby layup as time expired. Now Smith loses the ball. Anna Kuntz ends up with it. Now Johnson, long pass up to number 12, Camden Bonner. Shot is up and good.
Nice fast break there for Westchester as they get that ball back and quickly down the court.
Carolyn Appleby again into the corner for Stapleton. Her three is good, and 1-point game now.
And IUP there going with the quick passing to get Leslie Stapleton wide open from the three-point line. Makes it count there.
Now Bonner, her three ball, hits the side of the rim, rebounded though. Looks like that's Kuntz there, no, that's Szynski. Now a foul going to be called here on IUP.
Yeah, as they were both, IUP was trying to fight for the ball. That one's going on Alexis Aiken. Her first foul, trying to fight for that ball, just grabbed the arm there.
Kuntz gets the inbounds over to Johnson now. 1-point ball game, Westchester still with the lead. Now pass intercepted away by Megan Smith. Appleby, long pass, Wareham, 4-3 in the lead. It's no good, almost tipped back in. Rebound collected in by Szynski. Now Szynski gonna try and drive in. Kicks it back out for Johnson. Now Johnson shoves out for defender. Her shot no good though still, and Aiken with the board. Appleby to Wareham. Now Wareham again with it towards the corner. Westchester's bench wanted a 5-second call. Now Wareham going to the basket. Her shot no good, but a foul going to be called Looks like this one's going on Kuntz, and it will be. That is her first. Wareham going to go to the line.
Yeah, you see here on the replay, trying to drive through the lane. Anna Kuntz comes up, just gets the arm down on her arm there, as Marina Wareham 63% from the free throw line this season.
Her first is good, and going through the stats when I was trying to make out our statistical sheets, she's not been in the line a whole lot though. Only about 37 times this year, so she's only had a handful of opportunities. Second, no good, rebounded by Powell, and we're all tied up at 22.
And just like that, it's back into this game.
Cieszynski down low, Powell catches the pass, puts up a shot, no good, off the front of the rim. Powell tracks down the offensive board though. Back behind her, feeds it over to Johnson to reset the offense. Johnson moving over to the corner. Now over to Bonner. Now with it, into the basket, that's number 25. That's Madison Torreson. First time I've called her name, and she's got 2 points.
And this game going back and forth with the shots. Both teams making their shots count. Westchester a little better, 57.9%, 11 of 19. IUP only 8 of 19.
Appleby falls down, no foul called against Westchester. Wareham with it. We're gonna see Brooks check back into the game at the next stop, as well as Jasmine Clark for Westchester. Now Aiken going to the basket, almost loses the ball. Now offensive foul called here on Aiken as she is going in. Looked like a bull in a china shop, just no control going into the lane, Anthony.
Yeah, Alexis Aiken, you're gonna see here on your replay, she's gonna drive in to the lane, and right there, number 12, Camden Bonner was just right there at the top of the restricted area, and Aiken just tried to get up on the shot. Bonner did a good job of holding her ground.
And this is very interesting. Brittany Cieszynski checks out. She's the leading scorer for Westchester at 11 points. Both her and Ely are off the court. I'm very interested to see how the offense runs without their 2 arguably best players on the court. Johnson's layup a little bit too strong, and it's rebounded by Smith. Wareham over to Smith. She'll drive in, go to the basket, her shot up. No good, but there's gonna be a foul called on the court. And this one is going, I did not actually see, actually it's going on Madison Torreson. I did not see the ref's call of who the foul was on. Fresh shot clock, 7:07 left before halftime. Stapleton to Wareham, open for 3. And I was a little bit too long. Smith checks down the offensive board though. She's gonna go to the basket, layup, good, and ties it up.
And Megan Smith, the ball actually just came right to her, bounced off the rim and went right to her. She was able to drive through the lane and get that easy layup to fall through.
But Torreson was right there trying to fight for the offensive, or the defensive rebound, but couldn't get it. Now Clark loses the ball, poked out. Looked like there was contact there, nothing called. These refs are letting these girls play, and I'm okay with that. I like seeing that sometimes. Now Clark gonna drive in, and there's gonna be a foul called here now. This one's going against Janae Brooks. That is her first.
Yeah, Janae Brooks, as we see here on the replay, just a little bit of a blocking foul there, trying to push off that Westchester offender. And subbing in for Westchester, number 13, Dallas Ely.
And out for her was Tiffany Johnson. Now a pass to Clark, and there's gonna be an offensive foul here against Jasmine Clark. We'll see if we can look back at this one. That's her second, but she was getting that pass. It looked like just so slightly she put the elbow into her defender and was open for that pass. Very, very ticky-tack call, I guess you can say.
Yeah, it was a very subtle use of the arm there, if any, as she was getting that pass.
Stapleton over to Smith now. 6:10 left before halftime. Brooks to Smith. She steps inside. Now back out to Stapleton. To Appleby. She's gonna drive in. Back out Smith in the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Clark.
And good rebound there by Westchester there. No one for IUP to get that rebound, but not a bad look.
Ely over to Bonner. Ely again at the top of the key, 15 to shoot. Working against Denman. Now ball taken away by Megan Smith. IUP, it's a 2-on-2. Smith turns around, layup. No good, just a little bit too much finesse. Denman fighting for the offensive board. Ely has it and calls a timeout. What a veteran play there by the senior for Westchester. Getting this timeout call, 5:25 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, Dallas Ely did have possession of the ball, and we're going to take a look at it in a second there. But Dallas Ely had possession of the ball. IUP came in from around behind to try to get the ball. So good call there by the officials to make sure Dallas Ely did have the ball and be able to call the timeout.
Yeah, I think the problem there was Denman was losing the ball between her legs, and she's trying to pick it up instead of fall on it and maybe pass it back out to her teammates. You see right there, she's trying too hard to just grab it up. Ely, I think, did the smart thing, went down to the court, then grabbed the ball, because if you go down and grab the ball, they can't call you for a travel. But if you grab the ball and then go down, then they can call you for a travel. So I think a veteran play, like I said, the senior going up against a sophomore, most of those times, about 8 out of 10, the senior is going to win that matchup with the mental mentalities.
And also, that IUP player went right through her legs. It was just trying to grab it before it went through her legs, and then she had to go between her legs to try to grab the ball. But Dallas Ely, already being on the court, picked it up pretty easily there to get that timeout called.
And Brittany Szynski is back into the game for Westchester. Out is Jasmine Clark. Jasmine Clark, I mentioned, she has 2 fouls. She's not played a lot of minutes so far in this one. Been very on and off the court, back and forth because of those 2 fouls.
I'm not sure if this was the media timeout or not. The coach called for a 30-second timeout, but the officials did mention that it was a full timeout. So
and on my live stats, it says it's the media timeout, so we will keep you updated. Now Szynski bringing it up. Szynski going to drive into the basket, bring it back out, throws it up to Ely, excuse me. Now Ely going to drive to the basket, her running layup, no good. Westchester weren't at a foul called, nothing there.
And Dallas Ely did a great job there driving through the lane to get that shot up.
Benevy will check in for Westchester at the next stop. Stapleton to Brooks. Now Wareham. Wareham loses the ball for a second. Could have been a carry there. Now Smith right in the baseline. Reverse layup, misses everything. Brooks trying to fight for the board and goes to Szynski.
That was a good job there by Westchester. It looked like it was tipped there on the reverse layup.
Szynski almost gets the friendly roll. Powell with the offensive board. Back out. Torreson for 3. No good. Rebounded by Brooks. Wareham bringing up for the Crimson Hawks. 4:25 left. Wareham over to Brooks now. All tied up at 24 here in this PSAC semifinal matchup. Stapleton. Going to the basket, layup. No good, but she's fouled, and this one will go against Ely. That is her first, I believe, team 4th.
That is the team 4th for Westchester. One more, actually the IUP now is in the bonus. As you see here, just getting the fingertips of number 12, Stapleton, as she makes her first shot.
And Stapleton converts. She is not only the leader in free throw percentage in the PSAC, but all of Division II at 94.6%. But she does not take a lot of free throws. And she makes the second one there. She's got 9 points. She's actually has under 100 free throw attempts this year. I want to say she's about the 80 to 90 range.
It's because no one wants to foul her. She's so good from the line.
You think teams would take that approach with Nikki Glenn of Cal. We see her all the time, but you continue to send her to the line. Now Benevy for 3, just rims out. And tipped up by Smith. Stapleton can't control it. I think maybe Smith should have caught that one herself. Westchester with another opportunity. Now Ely to Szynski. Steps in, free throw line, elbow jumper. No good. Rebounded there by Westchester. No foul called on Torreson. Wareham and Benevy fighting for the ball. Benevy has it, now feeds it over to Bonner. And there's going to be a foul called here against IUP. A lot of raucous play right there. And this one's going on Janae Brooks, her second.
That was a very physical play, as we have a timeout here on the court.
And that's going to be for IUP. And that'll be their timeout, as both teams now will be in the bonus. We'll look at the team leaders here for Westchester. And Szynski, we understand why she's scoring about 16.5 a game, now already 11 in that first quarter.
Yeah, Brittany Szynski doing a great job, 16.6 points per game, as well as assisting. She doesn't take it herself all the time, just like Mickey Glenn for California. She's able to get 124 assists there. IUP, Leslie Stapleton the story here, she has the most minutes and the most scoring, 16 points per game. But Wareham with the assist and as well as the defensive steals there, 33 steals for Wareham so far this season.
And I think, honestly, I'll be honest, before the year began, I was concerned how IUP would adjust losing Lindsay Stamp and Ashley Stoner, two of their best players ever, as well as two other seniors. But these girls that have come in to start have done a very good job, as now we have an offensive foul called here against Kendall Benevie. That is her second. We'll look here back on the replay. She's going against Brooks, see if it's in your camera, and it is. Gives a little elbow there.
Yeah, Benevie, they're just trying to clear some space and getting called for the foul there with the flying elbow.
Anna Kuntz back into the contest for Kendall Benevie, who checked out because of that second foul. Smith gonna bring it up court now. Westchester doing a nice full court press here. Now Wareham finds herself open for three. It just rims out. And now out of bounds off of Bonner. It'll be IUP ball. Fresh shot clock, 3:15 left. Aiken going to check in for Jeanne Brooks, who has two fouls. I think Coach McConnell does not want to get her in more trouble before the halftime break. Both of these teams, Anthony, not hitting their shots now consistently. They've both gone into dry spells throughout this quarter.
That they have. IUP 3 for 10 from the three-point line. Westchester 2 of 7 from the three.
Smith thought about feeding it to Wareham. Now stops her progress. Back out Stapleton to Appleby. She's going to drive in, go to the basket, her layup. Good. Carolyn Appleby in traffic.
Yeah, Appleby there, what a job there going through the lane. Just rolling that one off her fingertips, kissing off the glass to make that one count. Now, 4-point game for IUP.
Now ball taken away by Marina Wareham. She's got a 1-on-2, so she'll stop it. Give it over to Smith. She's open for three. It's good. IUP now opens up a 7-point lead.
And Smith there going up against Anna Kuntz. Kuntz just gave her a little bit of cushion. Smith able to make that one count.
Oh, what a play by Marina Wareham. Oh, and she was trying. We might have to see this one again because she was diving out of bounds, intercepts the ball, and tries calling timeout before she lands out. Watch this right here, Anthony. And you see she's trying to call timeout. She tries to throw the ball in bounds, but they called her out. I have to give her credit for that, even trying.
And the only reason they didn't call her timeout was because she lost possession of the ball to do her hand motion to call a timeout. What a job there by Marina Wareham.
Johnson with it, who's back into the contest for Westchester. She checked in for Bonner. Feeds it over that's Kuntz. She's driving in. At the basket, blocked away there by Smith. Aiken can't find anybody, throws it away. Looked like there could have been a travel there first, though. Now Wareham gonna bring it up. Under 2 minutes to go now, 7-point IUP lead. Appleby for three. No good. Rebounded by Torreson. Johnson gonna bring it up for Westchester quickly. Now she's gonna drive into the basket. Back out for Torreson. Johnson gonna reset the offense. 15 to shoot, 1:35 left. Kuntz with the pass. Double teamed, it's tipped. Back at Torreson. Now in the corner, Szynski moved away from the play, and Torreson throws it out of bounds. IUP's defense, over the last few possessions, Anthony, they have gotten very consistent in forcing some turnovers.
And that they have. Westchester now with 8 turnovers, and Torreson, just a miscommunication there. Thinking Szynski was still in her field of vision. She was not.
And we already saw before the contest, Westchester averages about 17 turnovers a game. They're already halfway there, right before halftime, 1:11 left to go. Wareham. She's gonna take a contested three. Misses everything. Smith trying to fight for it. It's off her foot. It'll be Westchester ball with 1:01 left to go before halftime.
Let's see if Westchester can make something happen off this turnover. So far, Westchester and IUP both have 7 points off of turnovers.
In this quarter, IUP has outscored Westchester 13-4 after being down by 2 at the end of the first quarter. Johnson, her floater going in, misses everything. Kuntz with the rebound, but she gets fouled going up. I did not see this, as my view is slightly impeded by our box. This foul's going on Aiken, her third.
And you're gonna see right here,
I don't know if I saw anything there.
I didn't
It looked
see
like
anything there.
Honestly, it looked like the ref didn't have a good enough angle to call that, and he may have seen Aiken put up her hand and maybe have it bent back a little bit thinking there was contact, but I didn't see anything there.
As Anna Kunz makes her first free throw, she's 68.1% so far this season.
Kuntz with 3 points, averages about 10 a night as well as 8 boards. Her second, no good. And rebound goes into Kuntz as it falls out of Smith's hands. Now Ely gonna drive in, takes a wild jumper, no good. Offensive board, Kuntz throws it up the way up.
And Kunz getting 3 points there off that one foul called, so she went for a 2 and ended up with 3.
Appleby up to Smith, 30 seconds to go, about a 6-second difference. Now Westchester can hold it, but Ely's gonna throw it over Szynski, layup. No good, just misses the and one opportunity. We'll see who this foul goes against. It's going against Wareham.
It's going to be on Marina Wareham. You're going to see here on the fast break coming in from behind. She's saying she didn't touch her on that right arm because she was trying to get that right arm swat there, but
from our vantage point, it looked like she did.
Yeah.
Szynski's first is good at the line this year, 74.6%. And believe it or not, Anthony, 11 points in the first quarter. That's her first point in this quarter. So IUP has done a good job of shutting her down for at least a little bit of time as she makes the second, and it's a 2-point contest, but IUP can hold for the last possession.
Westchester doing a little bit of a press there to try to get the ball back.
IUP easily breaks it. Now over to Wareham. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Very close game throughout. Both teams not able to make a big stretch run to a lead. Ball lost out of bounds off Westchester. 5.7 seconds left for IUP to do something here. I would say maybe find the ball in the hands of Leslie Stapleton, but I'm pretty sure Westchester knows that as well.
Either that or Marina Wareham for the 3-point shot.
Appleby to inbound it. Can't find anybody. Now finds Stapleton. She's open for 3. It's a deep top of the key 3. No good. Kuntz with the rebound. Ely throws up a heave, and it misses everything. So we will go to halftime. Westchester down by 2. Anthony, a very close half. We'll see how the second half is able to play out. Last year, IUP was up double digits and Westchester came back. We'll see if that script can hold true again this year here on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
For almost 30 years, CUTV has been the campus and community home for local news, sports, and entertainment. Broadcast in 100,000 homes in southwestern Pennsylvania, CUTV provides complete coverage of Vulcan sports as well as high school football coverage. Broadcast weekly live, CUTV News Center provides coverage of local and campus events, weekend weather, sports highlights, and feature stories. For more information on CUTV, check us out on the web, friend us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter.
And welcome back in, about a couple minutes away from second half action in the PSAC Women's Final Four semifinal action. First game today as the winner will take on the winner of California and Shippensburg in the next contest. Right now, IUP with a 31-29 halftime lead. And we'll look at halftime stats, Anthony, and both of these teams not shot very well, and I think that's why it's so close.
Yeah, both teams shooting about the same amount of shots and around the same amount of shots falling through. 12 of 31 for Westchester, that's 38.7%. IUP only 11 of 30, 36.7%. They started off strong, but later in the first half, it started falling away as you see the three-point shots, 2 of 8 for Westchester, 4 of 14 for IUP. The free throws about 5 of 7 for IUP and 3 of 4 for Westchester, but Westchester out-rebounding IUP right now, 25 of 15, 15 of those for Westchester coming off of the defensive side. And both teams have the same amount of turnovers and steals, so right now it's just coming down to who's making their shots, and it's a really close game as you see the replays here, Zach.
Yeah, well, look at the replays, and early in the first quarter, I thought Westchester at some point might run away with this because of the play of Brittany Szynski. 11 points in the first quarter, but she was held to 2 points in the second quarter, and Westchester's offense really did not pick up the slack without her scoring the ball, whereas Indiana has been a little bit more spread out. You have Marina Wareham with 4, Appleby with 4, Stapleton with 9, Smith with 7, and Brooks with 4. It's been more consistent throughout the lineup, whereas Westchester, like I said, it's been one girl. Everybody else has less than 3 points, and the only one with 3 is Dallas Ely. Everybody else has 2 points. You'd like to see that change for Westchester because IUP in that second quarter, we saw they started keying up on Szynski and took Westchester's offense out of the picture.
Yeah, Brittany Szynski's 13 points, and that all came from most of the first quarter. IUP doing a great job. See if Brittany Szynski can light it up here in the third quarter. There's a kick ball off of Leslie Stapleton.
You know, Szynski was trying to throw that one down low and entry pass into the post, but it went off Stapleton, like you said. 3 seconds into the third quarter. Ely cannot inbound the ball. Now she finally does, gets it to Benevy. Nobody was moving to find themselves open for her. Now Ely a long 2. It's good.
Dallas Ely there, both feet on the line, so two points there to tie the ball game up. She was just back a little bit. She might have been able to take a 3-point shot and make it fall through.
All tied up. Basically a clean slate. Now whoever outscores the other team going to move into the PSAC finals tomorrow afternoon. Now Brooks over to Stapleton. In traffic, she feeds over to Wareham. 8 to shoot for the Crimson Hawks. Wareham gonna take a long 2 on the run. It does not get the friendly roll, almost does. Now out of bounds off of IUP. Believe they might be calling a foul here, but I'm not exactly sure.
No,
Looks like there should have been a foul there, at least in my estimation. Aiken basically did a tabletop on Benevy, tripping her up.
Yeah, Aiken and Benevy fighting for that ball, and it just went out of bounds off Alexis Aiken. That's what the officials called there. So Westchester there now trying to take the lead.
Szynski, wild pass over to Clark, who's back into the game. Now down low for Kuntz. Nice pass from Clark. Her layup no good, but she's fouled by Aiken, and that is Alexis Aiken's 4th foul of this contest. We're probably not going to see her until the last few minutes of the fourth quarter now if Coach McConnell takes her out, and he indeed will. Carolyn Appleby is going to check in.
Yeah, Alexis Aiken just getting out of position there on Anna Kuntz, who went up for that shot. She was behind her, gave her a little bit of a push or bump there as she missed her first shot. Now subbing in is number 5, Carolyn Appleby for IUP.
Alexis Aiken, 2 points, 4 fouls. Kuntz's second. No good as well. Almost gets the friendly bounce, but rims out. All tied up at 31 still. Now Wareham. In the corner, Appleby to Brooks. Fakes the pass to Appleby. Now Brooks takes herself. Her jumper. No good. Rebounded there by Kuntz. Westchester coming up quickly. Ely with it. Over to Szynski in the far wing. Szynski turns around. Puts up a layup, and it just rims out. I thought that was going to fall in.
That was a nice shot there by Brittany Szynski. Just did not get the friendly roll of the Hamer Hall rim.
Like I said, both these teams not accustomed to playing here very often. They both played last year in the Atlantic Regionals, but only one game between each of them as they both lost in the first round. Stapleton's 3-point shot misses everything, and it'll fall out. Well, actually, no, Benevy keeps it before it goes out of bounds. Ely directing traffic, gets a screen from Clark. Now Appleby shoves over Clark. Ely's layup is good, and she's got the first 4 of this quarter. See if she heats up.
And great job, Dallas Ely driving down the baseline there, getting that hook shot to fall through. Nice, easy floater.
Appleby, down low Brooks. Back out Stapleton, her 3-ball. Good. Leslie Stapleton gives IUP the lead again.
Yeah, Leslie Stapleton, pretty uncontested from the 3-point line. He's doing a great job from there today.
Now Westchester puts a shot up. Brooks falls down trying to get the board. Now she's on the court and gets it. Jump ball called. It favors IUP. And Janae Brooks very close to possibly getting a travel call there, but she did not control the ball going down, so no travel necessary there.
And it is a jump ball in favor of IUP, so Westchester electing to go with a little man coverage, pressing on the inbounds here.
Smith brings it up, and Coach McConnell can hear him yell, "Diamond, diamond," as a sort of pattern play here, trying to break this full court press. Marina Wareham jumps high into the air to catch that pass from Brooks. Now Stapleton with it. Wareham driving into the basket, now steps back, takes a shot. It's no good. Stapleton tips out the rebound and goes to Ely. She's got a 1-on-4. We'll see what she can do. Ely stops, loses the ball, goes to Carolyn Appleby, and a foul now going to be called on Anna Kuntz. Good defense there by IUP to force that turnover and get the foul.
Yeah, Anna Kuntz going on Appleby there, trying to get the ball, as we're going to see here the replay. A 1-on-3 usually doesn't end well for the one player, as you see there, losing possession of the ball and getting a foul call on Anna Kuntz there, just trying to reach in, getting called for the reaching foul.
Appleby going to drive to the basket, throws it back out. Stapleton Clark was there, almost took that pass away. Wareham to Smith. Gonna drive in right the baseline, puts a layup, it's good. IUP with a 3-point lead now.
Yeah, and Megan Smith there going up against two defenders, able to get that floater to go through.
Szynski with it. 6:22 left in the third quarter. Now Szynski trying to drive in, throws it back out. Benevie, she's gonna take a three to tie it up. It's no good. Jasmine Clark fights for the rebound. It's thrown away though, tipped into the hands of Carolyn Appleby. Now she picks it up. It's going to be a 2-on-2. Stapleton open for three. She takes it. This one's up, and it's good.
Wow, quick pace there by IUP, getting the ball, getting the three-point shot to fall through.
Kuntz layup right back into play. She's got 7 now. 4-point game. Appleby loses the ball out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say, okay, no, excuse me. They're going to say it's Westchester ball. The ref's pointing the wrong way, and he's saying, I pointed the wrong way. That's on me. It is Westchester ball. Is that that ball went off the foot of Carolyn Appleby. And when he first pointed IUP, I was going to be very shocked, but he did correct himself, so all is right here.
Yeah, and Westchester's saying they can do it too with the fast-paced game. IUP doing it first, and then Westchester showing them they can do it right back.
Benevie gets the entry pass from Szynski. Benevie, shot blocked away by Smith, but a foul going to be called here. That is her first. And that's going to send Benevie to the line, where this year she's 58.5%. We'll look here on the replay.
Benevie going up for the shot. He just got the fingertips there, was Megan Smith of Kendall Benevie.
It looked like Smith got the ball at first and then came down at the last second to get those fingers, like you said. First free throw gets the friendly roll for Benevie. She's got 3 now in the contest, and it makes it a 3-point game with 5:47 left in the third.
Benevie, 5'11", looking a lot taller than that here in person right now.
Second off the front of the rim, Wareham gets the rebound. And tries to throw it back to Stapleton. It's taken away by Szynski. Here comes Westchester on the run. Szynski to the basket, layup, no good, but she's fouled. I think this one's going on Wareham, which would be her second. And it's going on Stapleton.
And that's IUP's 4th team foul. Westchester now in the bonus remaining in the contest. And we haven't even reached our first immediate timeout here. As you see there, Stapleton just hitting the arm of Brittany Szynski.
Szynski's first is good. She's got 14 in the contest now. Leading scorer for Westchester and the only player in double digits.
Correction there, there's only 2 fouls for IUP and Westchester. The scoreboard operator messed that one up a little bit there.
Now 15 for Szynski, ties her with Stapleton for the overall game high. Stapleton. Appleby with it now. And Stapleton again. Clark almost jumped in front of that pass over to Smith. Now Stapleton has it. Elbow jumper. Good. Leslie Stapleton starting to heat up. She's got 17.
Leslie Stapleton right now, if Westchester wants to keep her points down, got to get up in her face.
Szynski thought about a 3, then kicked her foot back and tossed it over to Benevie. Now Ely, she's going to drive into the paint. To Benevie. She'll make a move. Back out Clark. Thought about jumper. That's going to be a travel there. She shuffled her feet a little bit before making her move. 4:55 to go in the third quarter. This usually would, and I would say this is the media timeout. They haven't made the signal yet for it. The refs didn't look at the clock. So we have our media timeout with 4:55 left to go. 41-38, IUP in the lead. We'll look at the stat comparison between both of these teams, though, and see why this game is so close, Anthony.
Yeah, right now, Westchester leading the conference in scoring, but down so far today, 41-38. They're also second in scoring margins. In the Eastern Conference, it's a little easier to score, at least in our opinion there. Western Conference, Western Division, a little harder there. IUP fourth in scoring, fifth in defense there. So IUP's defense really doing a good job in getting that ball back and being able to put those points back up on the board.
And IUP, I will say, I was very surprised that they were in the lead at halftime because Westchester just looked like on paper they were the much better team. But as we know, in my 4 years and your 2 years, we can never call these games off paper. And the way that the PSAC has played out this year, any team can beat anybody. I mean, we saw Cheney beat Shippensburg one night, and then they went on like a 3-game winning streak after that as well. So this conference is any given day somebody can be beaten. And right now, IUP, 3-point lead, 4:55 left in the third. Their lead has been as large as 7 throughout the contest, but Westchester keeps pulling back in ever so slightly whenever it gets slightly away from them, it seems, and looked like the game could open up.
Yeah, Westchester started the game off with the scoring and then started the half off with the scoring here in the second half, but IUP, right after those first few points by Westchester, coming back up and scoring a bunch of points on their own.
Wareham. Over to Stapleton. Back over to Brooks. Not called her name a lot in this contest today. She's really not made an impact. Appleby going in the basket. Her shot, no good. Brooks tips it up. Stapleton gets the rebound. Now, Miss Smith was open for 3. Now throws it down to Appleby, and she's fouled going up.
Yeah, we'll see who this one's on.
It's going to be on Szynski.
It is on Brittany Szynski, her first foul. This team's second foul for Westchester.
Now Appleby's first is good. Carolyn Appleby has come off the bench to supply 5 points. At the line this year, 74.1%. As IUP, like I said, every time they start to let Westchester back in, they do a good job of hounding down on defense and keeping the score just into their favor. As IUP is now employing a full court press. Now Ely gonna bring it up. She takes a long 2. It's good. Dallas Ely kind of landed awkwardly on that shot, but gets it to fall.
And Johnny Brooks up in her face as well. Dallas Ely just going right over top of her hands to get that shot to fall. Now Westchester down by 3.
If Westchester's going to come back, they need somebody like Ely or Szynski to really go off. Dallas Ely now with 9 points. Smith open for 3. It's good. Megan Smith has 12.
Megan Smith, 41.3% from the three-point line. Her first three-point shot of the night falls through.
Szynski turns around. Now Benevie gets the tip ball. Ely gets a screen from Benevie. 15 to shoot, 3:35 left in the quarter. Szynski gonna make her move. Drives in, spins around, layup. Good, and one coming.
And Brittany Szynski doing a nice spin move there. Getting the foul called on number 12, Leslie Stapleton. You see right here, just a little bit on the fingertips as that spin move got Leslie Stapleton out of position on the shot. Now the old 3-point play up here for Brittany Szynski.
Try and make it a 3-point contest if she's able to make it. It is up, and it is good with 3:28 left. We're back to a 3-point ball game. Szynski with 18 points. Now ball almost lost. Wareham down in the court. Johnson takes it away. Throws it back, Szynski. Ely open for 3 to tie it. Off the side of the rim. Smith had the rebound. Now Szynski's layup, no good. Was contact there, nothing called, but Westchester will hold the ball. Fresh shot clock, 3:12 left.
Alexis Anderson checking in, excuse me, is number 23. Hallie Denman checking in from Marina Wareham.
Szynski with it. Down low, Johnson at the basket, loses the ball, now throws it over to Powell. Her layup, no good, right there. Could have possibly jumped up in the air and gone for the easy layup, but takes the shot instead. Now Stapleton with it, open for 3. No good, just off the front of the rim. Rebound goes into Johnson's hands. Johnson gonna bring it quickly for the Golden Rams. Down low pass, Kuntz able to end up with it. Now turns around at the basket, loses it again. Denman, Appleby picks it up. Throws it up to Stapleton. It's a one-on-one against Ely. And Ely fouls her. Stapleton not able to get the shot up. I think a smart foul there by Ely to get that one and try and force Stapleton to make the shots. But like I mentioned, she's the best free throw shooter in the entire country. Was that really a smart foul there?
I mean, she probably would have made it either way. So trying to get the foul here and see if she misses one of her free throws.
First is good. Stapleton now with 19 points. Second, no good. So turns out to be a good foul. We could say we saw Leslie Stapleton miss a free throw this year. One of very few that can never say that. Szynski gonna drive in, layup. Does not get the roll. Westchester, their shots are right at the basket. They are not getting the rim's help at all today. Denman gets the long pass. 4-point game, 2:15 left in the quarter. Now Appleby at the basket, no good. Rebounded by Ely. Westchester has numbers, it's a 4-on-3. Ely to Johnson. Szynski, down low Powell. Powell, her floater, it's good. Mariah Powell with 4 points now.
Now Westchester down by 2.
Denman to Appleby. Appleby, fake pass from Brooks, finds herself a lane right to the basket, it's good.
What a shot there by Janae Brooks, doing a little fake there to get the open lane, go uncontested to get those 2 points to fall through.
Johnson going around the defense. Now pass to Kuntz a little bit too wide. Brooks ends up with the steal. Now Appleby, she's gonna go to the basket, layup. Just off the front of the rim. Brooks with the offensive board, and there's a foul here on the floor, so no shot for IUP. This foul is going on Anna Kuntz. That is her third.
Yeah, Anna Kuntz there, just a little bit of a push from behind after the rebound here. Yeah, right there. Going a little bit, trying to get the rebound, a little bit of a bump.
Madison Torreson checked in for Kuntz. Brooks gets the inbounds. 1:12 left in the quarter. Now Wareham to Brooks. Going to the basket, layup. Too strong, rebounded by Johnson. Which means that's Powell. Ely over to Torreson. And that's going to be a double dribble as she bounced the ball, picked it up, and dribbled it again. Can't do that. Under a minute to go now in the quarter. IUP still with a 4-point game.
Yeah, she just lost a little bit of possession on that one and bounced it off the court and then tried to dribble with it. Can't do that, as you said before. So IUP now with that turnover, see if he can put some points on the board.
Stapleton gonna drive into the basket. Her layup wide open, it's good.
Right now, Westchester really has no defense for Leslie Stapleton.
Johnson trying to penetrate the defense, not able to. Like I said, Westchester needs somebody to go off on their offensive side of the ball. They've not been able to hit most of their shots today. Torreson spins around, her layup, too strong. Powell with the offensive board, turns around, puts up a shot. It's good, she's got 6.
And a timeout called here by Westchester with 19.3 seconds on the game clock. IUP can hold for last shot. But nice shot there by Powell.
Look right here.
The last sequence here by Westchester. That right there is Madison Torreson. And now you see Mariah Powell just getting her spinning shot to float through and fall through as IUP up 51-47 here.
And you see Coach Kiera Wooden in her second season as head coach of the Golden Rams talking to her team. Needs somebody to pick up the offensive slack. Westchester's shooting about 41% right now. IUP only 39%, but IUP, 7 3-pointers have fallen in today, and that's what's given them this 4-point lead towards the end of the third quarter. And Anthony, if I'm Westchester, the best case scenario here, and I think the one they need to absolutely happen, is IUP cannot score in this final possession. They need it to be a 4-point game going into the fourth quarter.
That to do it. They need to find a way to be able to guard Leslie Stapleton right now. She's being able to shoot from all over the floor, whether it's a 3-point arc, an easy layup, or a nice jump shot. even though some of it's contested, you got to be able to find a way to either steal the ball away from her or just trying to get a finger on the shot, because she's not missing right now.
19.3 seconds left in the third quarter. You see Coach Tom McConnell there for IUP. Kind of an interesting fact, Coach McConnell's son plays on the IUP men's team, and they're playing Westchester later today at Westchester in the men's Final Four action. I know at halftime between Shippensburg and Mercyhurst, Shippensburg was up 38-31 on the Lakers. Wareham has it. 10 seconds on the clock. To Brooks. Brooks gonna try and drive in. Guarded by Powell. Turns around some more. Now Torreson tips the pass. Stapleton throws up a shot. Well, it's almost good. If I was gonna say if that fell in, that would have been a miraculous play at the end of the quarter. But it's a 4-point ball game. 51-47 at the end of 3. IUP 10 minutes away from the PSAC final game. We'll see if they're able to hang on. We return on CUTV.
With Cal U's 6 on-campus residence halls and Vulcan Village's garden-style apartment complex, University Housing offers the very best value in service, convenience, privacy, and security. On-campus students will have easy access to classrooms, the newly renovated Natali Student Center, and a variety of activities across campus. University Housing Properties includes all utilities. Other common amenities to all properties are fully furnished rooms, high-def cable TV, high-speed Wi-Fi access, and live-in professional staff. Vulcan Village also includes a full kitchen and laundry room. The property has a 24/7 fitness center, convenient shuttle service, and an outdoor seasonal saltwater pool. Model rooms and tours are available. Stop in the University Housing office or contact us by phone or email to learn more.
And we are back. Fourth quarter about to get underway here on CUTV as they present the PSAC Women's Final Four. The IUP fans standing and cheering their team out. Westchester, their fans trying to as well, but I think the IUP fans, being as they're closer to Cal, they kind of outweigh the Westchester fans.
That they are. You have your IUP section and your Westchester section there. Interesting how the divide just kind of happens.
Szynski with it, and now an offensive foul here going to be called. I didn't see exactly what happened. It's going on Torreson. That's her second. I didn't see her do anything. She was hooked up with another player for IUP, but I didn't see any motion or anything.
And coach for Westchester trying to find out what happened as well. She's not happy with the call either.
Denman breaks the double team, now feeds it over to Smith from Wareham. Denman. Wareham with it. Smith trying to drive in, now feeds it back out Stapleton. Over to Smith, almost loses the ball, now very close to losing out of bounds. Stapleton spins around, 2 to shoot, puts up a shot, it's blocked. Brooks grabs it, but that's a shot clock violation.
Yeah, and just trying to get that pass inside. It was tipped there by one of the Westchester players, so that in turn makes it a shot clock violation. First one tonight for IUP.
9:15 separates IUP from the championship game. Westchester has time to work though. Torreson at the basket, layup, no good. Rebound is a jump ball and favors IUP.
And subbing in for IUP, number 5, Carolyn Appleby. For number 23, Hallie Denman.
And like I said, I've said it a couple times now, Westchester needs somebody consistently hitting their shots on offense. They've not been able to find that yet in this half. Smith to Appleby. Wareham to Stapleton. Brooks with it now. Stapleton gonna drive in. Tries to kick back in the corner, that's an offensive foul on Stapleton, that's her third.
Yeah, and she just ran right over Jasmine Clark. We see here on the replay, just that height for Leslie Stapleton. She might not have even seen Jasmine Clark, only 5'3", as Leslie Stapleton is 5'9". She was trying to get that pass off.
Dallas Ely checks in for Tiffany Johnson. Szynski with it in the corner. Thought about putting up a 3. There is some separation between her and Stapleton. Now she gets a screen from Ely. 12 to shoot. Screen there from Powell. Szynski going to the basket, and a foul going to be called here. This one's on Stapleton. That's her 4th.
Leslie Stapleton, if you're Westchester, you want her to foul out of the game quick so you can possibly get some more opportunities here.
Looked like she hooked the arm of Szynski and pulled it down. That's what the foul was there, and Stapleton couldn't believe the call, but when I look at the replay, clearly there was something there. Szynski misses her free throw.
Alexis Anderson, the freshman, excuse me, not Alexis Anderson, it's Hallie Denman, the sophomore.
23 on both these teams, and
Yeah.
we don't see these teams very often, so we're still adjusting. Second for Szynski, no good. Tipped out of bounds, though, by Brooks. It'll be Westchester ball, so they get a lucky break there. And Leslie Stapleton did check out. We'll see, when does she come back in? If this game ties up for any reason in the next couple of minutes, you have to imagine she'll be back in quickly. Now Szynski loses the ball out of bounds off IUP. Westchester wants a foul called on that shot. We'll see right here, Anthony. Do you think there should have been anything?
Man, not really. It was kind of, they both were going up for the ball. It's going to be out of bounds off of Westchester, so.
Nothing going right for the Golden Rams right now. They've split sides of the court, and all of a sudden, their shots won't fall in. They can't control the ball. Chaos brewing for the Golden Rams. 16 turnovers now in the contest. Wareham with it to Denman. Appleby loses the ball out of bounds. It'll be Westchester possession.
Subbing in for Westchester, number 20, Anna Kuntz, and number 33, Kendall Benavie.
Torreson and Powell checked out, so you have the starters out there for Westchester. IUP does have a couple of bench pieces out there. We'll see, does the starting experience for this 5 for Westchester pull them back into this contest? Szynski into the corner, that's Kuntz, spins around, going in. Back out Benavie, now Ely with it. She'll step back, reset. Go around the defense, spins around, now throws up a shot. Misses everything, Denman with the board.
Great defense there by IUP's Megan Smith.
Westchester has not hit a shot since 21 seconds left in the third quarter. IUP has not hit a shot since 43 seconds left in the third quarter. So about a couple minutes scoring drought for both of these squads, 7:15 to go. Brooks, layup, good.
What a shot there by Brooks for IUP to extend the lead to 6.
Ely fakes a pass, now gets over to Szynski. Right in the baseline, tries to throw it off somebody, and now it's gonna be a timeout called by Coach Wooden. As Szynski was caught in the corner, exactly 7 minutes left, Anthony. 6-point ball game. If you're Coach Kiera Wooden, what do you tell your team?
Well, you gotta find a way to be able to break this IUP man defense. As you see here, the MEC tournament going on right now. West Liberty did defeat Fairmont State, so they'll be playing in the championship game against either Wheeling Jesuit or Notre Dame, Ohio.
Now, that game started about 4 minutes ago, so we won't update you with that one just yet. But then we'll look at the CIAA tournament, and Virginia Union defeated Shaw in this one. And Virginia Union right now, #1 in the regional rankings. Tomorrow night, we'll find out. Does the tournament go to Richmond? Or if West Liberty wins their tournament, do they get it? Because they would have more wins than Virginia Union. And my honest opinion, I think the Mountain East is a better conference than the CIAA. I think that has to have some weight to it.
Well, we'll see. Selection show Sunday at 10 o'clock. Tune in your laptops there or computers. Get on NCAA.com to watch the selection show, see where the Atlantic region is going to be playing.
Szynski down low. Benavie, her layup is good. She's got 5 now. And you mentioned the regional rankings. IUP is the 8th seed right now. If they win this game, you'd have to assume they're in. 9 is Shippensburg, 10 Millersville. They look like they're done. No other PSAC team really has a shot to make it. The MEC is the one league that really could have another bid, such as Notre Dame. Now Brooks going to the hill. Shot wild, but good. She's got 10 now.
And Brooks threw it kind of behind her back, off the backboard and falling in.
Szynski, layup, good, and one coming. Brittany Szynski now at 20, but remember, she did miss both free throws the last time she was there. 6:25 to go, she tries to make it a 3-point game.
This one's going on Carolyn Appleby. You see here, Brittany Szynski going right around Appleby, and Appleby no choice other than a fouler.
And this is big. IUP only has one more foul to give before Westchester's in the bonus. Sosinski makes the first. She's got 21 now. Westchester only has one foul in this quarter, so they're keeping it clean most of the time in this one. Denman getting the call from Coach McConnell. Appleby to Denman. Still no Leslie Stapleton in this one. 6:05 left. Appleby, 8 to shoot. To Brooks. She's going to try and ride the baseline. Now goes to the basket. Shot. No good. Benevie with the rebound. Now Sosinski going to bring it up for the Golden Rams. To Clark. Down low. Kuntz. It's tipped out of bounds though by Megan Smith.
And Megan Smith doing great defense there, guarding Anna Kuntz tightly there to get her arm in there and swat that one away. 23 seconds on the shot clock.
Kuntz can see inbounds. Goes over to Sosinski. Open to tie it. No, but she's fouled.
It might be down on the floor. It's going to be on number 10, Marina Wareham. It is off the ball, so.
Okay, I thought they were calling a foul on the three-point shooter. Stapleton back into the game for Wareham. And now Westchester is in the bonus the rest of the game. 5:45 to go. They have only hit 8 of 14 free throws today, though. Sosinski going to the basket, floater. No good. Sosinski fighting for the rebound. Kuntz has it. Her layup no good, but she's fouled.
And that one's going to be on number 23, I believe.
That's going on Smith.
That's going to be on Hallie Denman.
Oh, the ref put up 42, I was pretty sure. So we'll have to see. He put up a 4 and a 2. But they call it on Denman. Kuntz's first, no good. That is Denman's first foul.
As I said before in a few broadcasts for CUTV, free throws win you games, and Anna Kuntz only making 1 of 2, trying to claw their way back in it.
2-point game, 5:36 left. Denman triple teamed almost, and now they're calling a blocking foul on Sosinski. I think that's a good call there. She wasn't moving her feet and putting her hand in there trying to knock the ball loose.
And that's the third foul for Westchester. Excuse me, the second foul for Westchester. Brittany Sosinski's second as well. Westchester trying to steal it here on the inbounds.
Smith gonna bring it up and break the full court press. Smith to Denman in the corner. She's double teamed now, and a timeout called by Coach McConnell.
Good timeout there as she was trapped there by 2 defenders for Westchester. As we take a look, as we said before, the regional rankings, this game very important as Westchester number 4, IUP number 8. IUP winning this game, you gotta think they're gonna move up a little bit. Westchester's gonna fall down.
Westchester would definitely fall down, I think. IUP, I don't know if they would move up. I think they would just kind of stay where they're at right now. I would have to say 1 through 6, maybe even 7 are secure, depending on Wheeling Jesuits' result today against Notre Dame of Ohio. If they lose, they may find themselves out. But 1 through 6 are pretty much safe and secure into the Atlantic region. 7, 8, and 9 are where it really gets dicey, and we'll see Shippensburg in the next game against California. If they win, you would have to think they bounce up, but if they lose, they would need a lot of help, and maybe they would be lucky enough to find themselves in.
Well, the winner of the PSAC conference gets an automatic bid into the Atlantic Regional Tournament. You saw Virginia Union already clinched a spot and an automatic bid because they were the champions of the CIAA tournament. And that goes as well with the MEC now. They didn't have an automatic bid last year, but they do this year.
Yeah, because the MEC had to go through the, you call it probation period really, but it's not because of any penalties or such. They were just a new conference. They had to adhere themselves into the Division II. 2 years without an automatic bid, even though West Liberty got in last year and Glenville hosted the first year of that conference existence. Denman into the corner, Appleby. Now Brooks fakes the pass, almost loses the ball. Now she's gonna go to the basket, shot. No good, tipped back out, Smith has it. Now she's gonna take a jumper, it's good.
And great job there by Smith to get that tip pass and rebound, make it count.
Sosinski to Kuntz, down low, Benevie takes a jumper. It's good, makes it back to a 2-point contest.
Benevie, great awareness there to She had some space, take that shot and kiss it off the backboard.
Appleby to Stapleton. 20 to shoot, 4.5 minutes left. Smith with it on the far wing to Brooks. Now fakes out her defender twice, goes to the basket, and she's fouled going in. And this foul looks like it might be going on Ely. It's going on Ely.
It's on Dallas Ely, as you see right there, just getting the arm of number 15, Janae Brooks. Janae Brooks, 61.9% so far this season from the free throw line. IUP 8 of 11 so far this afternoon.
The first for Brooks is good. She's got 11.
So we have debating a media timeout here right now.
They're trying to debate whether or not they should take the media timeout, because technically they should, but well, we'll see. They're talking to the official scorers that they may have taken the media timeout already. 4:24 left, 3-point ball game. No media timeout coming here, as they got that clarified at the table.
I believe what happened was Westchester called a time, or IUP called a timeout with 5:22 to go, and they only awarded a 30-second timeout, but they called it a media timeout anyways.
Brooks makes the second, back to a 4-point game. Westchester not able to keep IUP off the scoreboard whenever they try to claw back in. Szynski going to the basket, layup, no good, but she's fouled. And who's this going on? Denman.
Hallie Denman getting called for the foul here. We're going to see here on the replay what happens. Hallie Denman, yeah, right there, going down, trying to get the ball, hits the arm, the shooting arm of Brittany Szynski. Her first is good.
She's got 22 now in the ball game. Mariah Powell in for Kendall Benevy. Tiffany Johnson into the game as well for Jasmine Clark. Szynski second, no good, rebounded by Denman. 3-point ball game. I'll tell you what, the scoreboard did not update here. Okay, now it just did. I was gonna say that might be an issue going on later. IUP with it now, 3:57 to go. Brooks spins around, her layup. No good, rebounded by Powell, almost loses it out of bounds. Johnson to Szynski, going to the basket, floater, too strong, misses everything, rebounded by Smith. Appleby from behind, Szynski almost has it. Now Stapleton for 3, good.
And what a job there by Leslie Stapleton, making that 3-point shot count. 62 to 56 to score now. Westchester's got to do something here.
Johnson to Powell, she's gonna take a long 2. It's good. 3:12 left, 4-point ball game. Westchester needs defensive stops here. But like we saw, they are 10th in scoring defense this year. They force a lot of turnovers. Stapleton's shot no good, but she's fouled by Johnson.
Leslie Stapleton going to the line to shoot 2 now. You see here, nice pass inside. Johnson there just clipping the side of the face of Leslie Stapleton.
The first for Stapleton is good. She's got 25 points in the ball game now. Second, good as well.
Leslie Stapleton making her free throws count as IUP 12 of 15.
Ely a long 3, loops up, no good. Szynski over the back foul.
Yep, Brittany Szynski, even though she got the ball, she did push off just a little bit there, trying to get the rebound. You're gonna see on the replay here, the good shot there by Dallas Ely, but just off the mark. And then Brittany Szynski getting called for the foul. That's gonna send IUP to the line, shooting 2 shots here.
And it'll be Appleby at the line to attempt those this year, 74%. It's a 6-point ball game, 2:52 left, but Westchester definitely has the offensive ability to come back very quickly. The first is good. She's got 7 points now tonight. Second is good as well. And Anthony, I really think the bench presences of some of IUP's players have come up big, especially Appleby. Now a foul going up, Szynski is hit. We'll see who this goes on. It's going on Brooks. That's her third.
Johnny Brooks with the foul there, as Szynski was going up for the layup, got clipped on the arm there.
Szynski at the line for two. Her first is good.
Key free throws here. Westchester right now 11 of 19 from the foul line.
Second, good as well. Gets the friendly bounce. She's got 24 in the ball game now. Appleby breaks the double team. Now double team from behind, and a foul going to be called here on Johnson. Reached in a little too much, and all of a sudden Appleby back to the line.
I think that foul was intentional. I think Westchester's going to try to start fouling right now at 2:39 left to go in the contest, as you see there, trying to strip the ball away. Was Tiffany Johnson.
First is good for Appleby. She's got 9 now. Not sure in her short career as a freshman from Greensburg Central Catholic if she's hit double digits. She has today, though, 10 points off the bench for IUP.
6 for 6 from the foul line. Not someone you want to foul for IUP right now.
Szynski going in. Now to Kuntz, to Ely, guarded by Denman. Ely spins around. Ely's trapped, now feeds it to Szynski. Driving in. Szynski to Kuntz, layup, no good. Kuntz offensive board, throws it back up, but she's fouled. This one might be going on Brooks, and that's her fourth.
And Johnny Brooks with 4 fouls now. But just a bad break there. That shot looked good. It just rims out as Anna Kuntz there trying to get that ball up. You see there getting fouled. Key free throws again here for Westchester.
First, good. Anna Kuntz, 9 points, but she's missed some key free throws throughout this contest. Of those 8 free throw misses, I want to say Kuntz maybe has 3 or 4 of them. The second, good as well. Brooks feeds it over to Smith across court. 2:10 left. 6-point lead for IUP. Westchester needs a couple of stops here. Stapleton open for 3. She takes it. It's good.
Leslie Stapleton again, you gotta guard her. She is clutch from the 3-point line.
Would it be too early to say that might have been the dagger?
That it might have.
Szynski for 3. No good. Ely with the rebound. Almost loses it, but is able to maintain her dribble on the court. Now Brooks going to be called for a kick ball violation. 1:40 left. Anthony, Leslie Stapleton today, 29 points. You can't let her go off like that, especially 26 the last time these two teams played. You think Westchester would key on her, but she's just finding open shots everywhere.
And IUP on their defense, they play a really tight man-to-man defense, and Westchester's been struggling with that so far this entire game.
Ely, wild shot, misses everything. And it's out of bounds, favor of Westchester.
It just went out of bounds off of number 42, Megan Smith.
Now we're going to see here, 1:32 left. 9-point game for IUP. If you're Westchester, if you make a shot, do you foul?
You're going to start having to. You got to make sure you foul the right person.
Ely going in, spins around, wild shot, no good. Szynski tips it up, Kuntz has it. Clark for 3, misses everything. Szynski at the basket, loses the ball, throws it back out for Benevy. Ely in the corner, Clark thought about 3, she'll step in a long 2. That shot's good. Timeout called by Westchester.
Timeout called by Westchester. Westchester, they're losing a lot of time on those missed shots. We'll see if they foul now.
That was about 24 seconds lost on all those offensive rebounds.
As you see here on your screen, the last sequence for Westchester there. Just a little nice step back, moving forward shot there by Jasmine Clark. And Westchester trying to claw back into this game with 1:08 to go in the fourth quarter.
7-point game for IUP, 1:08 left. And like I said, I think the only reason IUP is in the lead right now is that Leslie Stapleton, 29 points. We've seen performances like this in PSAC Final Fours in the past. Last year, Caitlin Frotz for Cal going off for like 32 against Bloomsburg in the semifinals. But you wonder, is she wasting all of her points in this game? And if they make it to the championship, what will she put up?
As I said, sometimes IUP's a little inconsistent. Maybe they peaked a little too early. You never know. If they make it to the championship game, it looks like they might today.
Now a foul called here on Tiffany Johnson, her third. That is going to send Denman to the line. We're going to see Clark and Benevy check back in for the Golden Rams. And remember, Anthony, the winner of this ball game, we'll find out in 105, plays California or Shippensburg, whoever may win that contest. And those teams did not play this year, so we don't know really what to expect in that ball game. That game will be at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, the PSAC final. And the next game will be at 3:30, as that game will definitely start in enough time, as it's only 2:37 right now in actual time. So we still have about maybe 45 minutes before that game even starts. Now remember, you can watch that here at calvulcans.com/watch. Denman makes the second.
73-64.
Sosinski. Benevy. Ely, long three. That one's gonna miss everything. Air ball. Sosinski with the rebound, can't have it. Now, Brooks throws it up to Appleby. Under a minute left. I don't think Westchester's gonna foul here anymore. They're just gonna play keep away now. Leslie Stapleton with it. Feeds it to Appleby. Back over to Stapleton. Anthony, I think we can finally say it, as Jasmine Clark fouls Stapleton. That's her third. We're going to be seeing the IUP Crimson Hawks in the PSAC final.
Something I didn't really expect. Looking at the stats on paper, Westchester looked to be the favorite team.
This is a reversal of last year, basically, because we thought IUP would destroy Westchester last year, and Westchester got the upset. Now IUP with a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, it's Tiffany Johnson going to check in for Jasmine Clark, but, I mean, IUP was just hitting their shots, and Westchester now with the NCAAs, what do you think happens?
They will probably fall down to the 5 seed, I would think, and Shaw would move up to the 4. IUP, I think this seals their ticket. I think they're in right now. 8, 7, somewhere in that range, maybe even move up to 6 if they're able to win tomorrow as well. As the ball's out of bounds, 30.8 seconds left. There's literally an 8/10 seconds of a difference between shot and game clock right now, so this game's basically over. But Westchester, they're going to go into the NCAA tournament next Friday with a loss. This foul's going on Sosinski. That's her 4th. You see the IUP fans there. We're going to see them back here tomorrow most likely, as their men are at Westchester playing the Golden Rams today. So their men were out east, so the fans here at Indiana came down to California. Like I said, we'll see them tomorrow against either California or Shippensburg.
And that game is going to be a good one. California versus Shippensburg. First time them meeting this year. They didn't meet at all this year. They met last year. California able to come away with the victory in that one. But that game against Millersville, Shippensburg was down to the wire in that one, able to pull away with a 2-point victory. So this game is going to be good next time. Next game at 3:30. So stay tuned for that.
Ely running the baseline. Back out Sosinski. 4-3, down by 13. It's no good. Rebounded by Smith. And that's all she's going to write. And Anthony, California and Shippensburg have a deep history in the PSAC playoffs. PSAC final game 03-04 before California won the championship. Shippensburg was the only team to beat that 35-1 California team back in 04 when they won the national championship. This upcoming game, don't miss it. 3:30 on calvulcans.com/watch. And the winner of that game takes on the IUP Crimson Hawks as they advance to their first PSAC final in about 3 or 4 years, and the first under Coach Tom McConnell.
Yeah, great job by the IUP Crimson Hawks, led by Leslie Stapleton, who had a stellar game, 33 points. You know, if Westchester would have just been able to close out some of her shots, this game might have been a completely different story, as IUP had 4 players in double digits, and that was really the story today. IUP advances to the championship game based off of their shooting ability tonight.
And I'll be honest, at the beginning of the year, IUP was picked to finish 4th in the conference. I thought that was still too high for them. They lost too many pieces, I thought, to be able to compete this year. Well, they have definitely proven me wrong, and I look forward to seeing them again tomorrow afternoon here at 3 o'clock at Hamer Hall on California University's campus. You can watch that game at calvulcans.com/watch. And stay tuned for the next game to see who they're going to play tomorrow as the IUP Crimson Hawks make the first PSAC championship game under Coach Tom McConnell. And they wait for either California, their arch rival, or Shippensburg. One of the teams they actually did play in the East this year, so we'll have to see then. Anthony, you will have the call the next game. I'm going to move over to radio for the California broadcast. Thank you for watching. For the entire CUTV crew, Anthony D'Agostino, I'm Zach Prosper. Stay tuned for the next game, tipping off at 3:30 on calvulcans.com/watch, brought to you by CUTV.